Hello, and welcome to the 5 Components of Fitness overview, Physical Education and Health 101. So, going over the 5 components, the first one would be cardiovascular endurance, the second one being muscular strength, the third being muscular endurance or respiratory, the fourth, flexibility, and the fifth is body composition. Each of these have an essential role in creating an overall healthy and fit lifestyle for an individual. Looking a little bit more at the cardiovascular endurance side, this is the ability for the heart and lungs to produce and supply oxygen throughout the entire body for extended periods of time. So this is primarily focusing on the heart and the lungs, and as I said, looking at the oxygen side and how the oxygen gets moved, produced, and helps the body function properly. For someone to target a cardiovascular endurance activity or exercise, an individual must be active for a minimum of 20 minutes within their target heart rate zone. So this can be specific for each individual depending on what their target heart rate is. It is recommended that a cardiovascular endurance activity or exercise be done a minimum of 3 times a week, preferably every other day throughout the week. Exercises that would target the cardiovascular endurance or the heart and lungs would be running, swimming, aerobic dance, and again, these are for an extended period of time, for at least 20 minutes. Moving on to the second component, muscular strength. Muscular strength is often measured by the amount of force that your muscles can produce. So this is often measured in a 1 rep max or a 3 rep max. Anything below 5 reps often is targeting the muscular strength. So some exercises would be the push-ups, heavy weight lifting, any type, whether it be targeting the legs or the upper body, and then pull-ups. Pull-ups would be another form of muscular strength. So again, often this is measured by how much weight an individual can actually produce with their muscles to lift or move weight. Muscular endurance. Muscular endurance is an individual's ability for muscles to function and produce multiple repetitions at a high number. So this is someone that is maybe not wanting to target the strength so much as the endurance of things. People with better muscular endurance often will have fewer back problems because they'll have better posture as they go throughout their day. They are better resistance to fatigue as they go throughout their day or throughout the exercise. Exercises that target muscular endurance are weightlifting with a high number of repetitions. So this is that 8 to 12, 10 to 15 repetition range area, whereas the muscular strength was 5 and below. Moving on to our fourth component, flexibility. So flexibility in definition is basically having a full range of movement in your joints and muscles. To have a full range of movement throughout your joints and muscles in your body will help the body to function properly when it comes to movement. This means that your muscles are long and your joints are free, preventing or not having the restriction of bound muscles or tight joints. So stretching is recommended before and after exercises. And as I said, being able to have that full range of motion helps to prevent injury and have the body function and move properly. 2 tests that are often used to measure flexibility are a sit and reach test and the trunk lift test. On the right here, the image of the lady in the pink shirt, she is performing a trunk lift test, which is a standardized test that measures flexibility. So our fifth component is body composition. Body composition is the percentage of body weight that is fat compared to other body tissues. And when we're talking about other body tissues, we're meaning things such as the bone and the muscles that are throughout the body. So you're comparing the percentages of all of these to get the body composition. A higher percentage of body composition often leads to an individual that will become ill more often or sick more often. It leads to a higher death rate in individuals with a higher body composition. And then you might ask, how is this measured? So there's several different ways that we can measure this. The first one being a caliper, and the image on the right, that is a caliper. So it's basically a skin fold device that measures the percentage of body fat that is on your body. There's also what's called the BMI, body mass index. This is, excuse me, this is taking the fat, again, in your body, the muscles and the tissues, looking at an individual's height and weight on a already laid out graph to get a standardized percentage of an individual at this height, say 6 foot and weighing 180 pounds, usually falls within this percentage of body composition. And then the last one being, the last two would be the bod pod, and then the last one being hydrostatic underwater weighing. All of these will give you relatively accurate body compositions. The bod pod and the hydrostatic underwater weighing will often be slightly more accurate than a caliper or just going off of the BMI index. So again, there are our 5 components of fitness, and I hope you enjoyed. Thank you.